Hey all, welcome back. So this week I got my new MacBook M1, a MacBook Pro M1. Now a little bit of backstory. This is not about how cool and amazing I am and why I'm buying MacBook Pro. It's not that. It's about shift in mindset that happened and a realization that happened. I have to share this with you all. So quick backstory is I have this MacBook, 12-inch MacBook. It was doing well, nothing was broken. And it's a couple of years old. Actually, I think I bought it towards the end of 2017. So it's a couple of years old at this point. But I knew it was slow and it was slowing me down. Right, there were a little bit, it's like, I would be on a Zoom call, but if I share my screen, it would get very slow. I could only have so many applications open. Every now and then I would have to just close down a lot of application, restart, just because, it's limited with memory and, it's old and it's slow. And I was thinking about it, should I really go buy a new MacBook M1 or should I just suck it up and get on with my life, especially it's about $1,500, right? I sat on it for a while since December. I've been contemplating if I should buy or buy not, and does it really make any sense? Nothing is broken, but I could feel like certain discomfort, certain challenges, which there was a workaround, but it wasn't really like the showstopper, game changer. So anyway, on January 11th, I pulled up trigger and I ended up ordering the M1 MacBook Pro from Apple, and they kind of said it's going to arrive on February 3rd, 3rd or 2nd. Anyways, that was the estimated date. And then lo and behold, Apple being Apple, they under promise, over deliver. They actually got it shipped, and they shipped it directly from China, and they got it, they built it because, I wanted a 16 gigs on my MacBook Pro, on the new MacBook, because I believe I want to max out the RAM. And that's actually a secret. Anytime you buy any computer, try to max out the RAM. I didn't really max out or upgrade the hard disk because everything is online, everything is on cloud drive, but the RAM and the processor makes a difference. Again, that's a tip from being in technology since the old days. I know that. So if you're ever contemplating should I buy more RAM or buy more hard disk space, buy more RAM, and you'll be glad you did, because my very first MacBook Pro, which I still have, I still use it, it's a workhorse. But it's bulky, it's I cannot carry it around, it's like about 5 or 6 pounds. It has its challenges, but it's still usable. It's much better than the MacBook I just replaced. Anyway, coming back, Apple actually shipped it like about in the middle of last week, which was I think Wednesday or Thursday, and they FedExed it over. I would have gotten it on Monday, but Monday was a holiday here in the States. I got it on Tuesday. I immediately transferred over things and I'm using it. So I've been using it for last few days, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So 4 days, and I'll tell you, I'm blown away. I'm totally blown away about not Apple as a product, because and we all know they make awesome product, but it's expensive, and I can justify that. But what I'm blown away, it's my productivity, right? My productivity, and it allows me to get things done seamlessly. There's no friction. And it's like driving a car. If you drive a car, it's driving a car that have on all the 4 tires half the recommended air pressure. So if your car has if the manufacturer says you need to have 33 psi on all the 4 tires and you have 16 and you're driving it, the car kind of goes, but it's slow. Right? It doesn't move fast. It's just like you kind of feel it. If you drive the car, you will know that. It's the same thing that happened. Right. I am getting a lot more things done. I am, being able to run multiple applications, get on a, Zoom, share screen, do things, and it's just super, super fast. Now, the question is, Sajid, what's the point here? What's the reason why am I doing this video? The video is I realize oftentimes in our life, to save a few dollars here and there, we cut corners. We slow ourselves down we don't do things. Like obviously if I didn't have a business, or if I didn't have, things, if money was tight for me, I wouldn't do that. But oftentimes in my case, I should have just regret not pulling the trigger 2 months ago or 6 months ago. I'm like, oh my God, how much did I lose in terms of productivity and the opportunities that I'm realizing now? Why did I do this to myself? I self-sabotaged my own growth. I self-sabotaged. I could have gone to, let's say, to Mars, and I probably went to the moon. It's kind of like that's how I feel, like that way, that I should have, even if I couldn't make it to the Mars, I would have made somewhere between the moon and the Mars, halfway. In the last 6 months, in terms of productivity, I should have just pulled the trigger and just swapped it out immediately, especially when Apple has 14 days return policy or something like that if it didn't work out, which by the way, I'm not going to return. But I realized that, I should do that. I should have done that. So the lesson here is, and the message I want to share with you all today is that look at different areas of your life. What can you change? What can you improve? And this is something, I've done a lot since last year as I've been home and I'm looking to optimize and get better at things. I'm changing things. It's like wearing that old t-shirt of yours, which you probably love. I know I have a few of those pants and trousers and t-shirts, which I know it's mine, but I've gotten bigger. I'm older. It doesn't really quite fit me, whether it's super tight or it's a little bit loose, but I love this, so that I'm still wearing it around, but it's not serving me well, right? Find those areas in your life and try to change it, even no matter how much you love it, no matter how much you do it. And I'm going through it. If you ask my family members, if you go through my closet, I'm like in this hamster wheel where I'm constantly cleaning things up, getting rid of the old so that, make room for the new. Because oftentimes our growth, our future comes from letting go of things and not holding on to our past. We humans are programmed to hold on to things. It's in our brain, it's biologically, so that we don't like change and things like that. So it's very hard. But these little things we do, shifts, will actually improve and make our life better and move us forward. I know, kind of going into a different direction, but basically at the end of the day, I hope you got the message. Change things in your life. Anything that you feel discomfort, anything that's like creating friction, change it, switch it right away. You'll be glad you did. And I want to hear what are some of the things you have probably changed or will change in your life after you watch this. If you feel comfortable in sharing, do share. I would love to know. And if you don't feel like sharing, that's fine. But I hope this message serves you well. I hope my example serves you well. I will do another recap video of 2020, how it was for me the whole year and what are some of those changes I've made. And hopefully that will also give you some inspiration to make some changes in your life. With that, take care. Bye-bye.